Right, hello guys, just gonna review The Boys Season 5 Episode 1, so we're in the final season now, let's go. So Starlight's trying to basically get a signal to be able to expose him of the flight incident from Season 1, how the people get killed, but then, she kind of thinks of a plan to make it look like it's actually fake, I guess, deep fake, yeah, even though it happened years ago. She's kind of vice president now, I guess, yeah. There's a lot of different power plays and who's like the power that each person has. Like obviously, like Homelander has all the power now, and the allies that have helped him get the power. And we kind of see what happened to Frenchie and all them, like where they are. Like they're in some kind of like Homelander prison, should I call it? Yeah, and they're trying to basically get out of the whole episode. And someone keeps getting beat by a literal dick because that guy from previous season who had like a long dick is just cringe. And I guess Butch goes to see his father who has ass cancer, like call it like that. I don't know why he decides to see him because the way Harry treats him. And then she's just trying to help Homelander because she just wants to get on his good side, but Homelander wants nothing to do with her anyway. And Kimiko, I kind of forgot that she kind of got away and she's just been trying to get back to Frenchie, and we get surprised that she can actually talk now. And Butcher, I guess, goes to see her, and Huey kind of makes a friend while he's in there, trying to make sure they still have hope, and then when someone dies, just to convince, you should still have hope, or that's going to be you, I guess. I'm just trying to not show too much because, blood and stuff. And it's just so weird seeing Kimiko talk because she sounds like a flipping anime girl or something. It's so weird. That's just my reaction when I first heard her talk. It was just knowing Kimiko for like 4 seasons, when she finally talks, it was just a bit weird. Yeah. But yeah, they end up getting some guy who can has some ass power to make holes to be able to break them out. Yeah, that's why I just call it anyway. Yeah. And yeah, she's just basically trying to. Well, she ends up marrying this guy anyway, which is funny. And she's just doing her power plays with her because they're kind of like working together, and she's kind of having second thoughts going into like episode 2, if she's on the right side or not. And I think I already talked about this. He helps them get inside to break everyone out. Frenchie, Huey, Milk, everyone that's inside. And they had the plan to get out themselves, like they made the Molotovs and stuff, but Homelander already knew and killed everyone, which I just can't really show the image for too long because TikTok will probably try to like hide it and stuff. Because they tried to hide my Daredevil video that I did last month, so yeah. And then you just see A-Train, he's just trying to protect his brother and stuff because everything that he went through, being in a wheelchair and stuff, just everything happened. But then it seems like the Deep ends up finding him, but he made sure his brother's not there. Yeah, when he does find him. And it just shows that even though he doesn't want to be a part of what the boys are doing, because Starlight kind of talks to him about helping, rescue everyone, he just accepts at the end of the day that he can't really escape from his past, so he decides to fully face it at this point. Yeah, even if he could possibly die. Yeah. And they're getting ready to break in, which I already said, like, he has some ass powers to, like, just dig holes, and they just go in. They have a big fight with Homelander and stuff. He gets crazy, and then A-Train ends up helping when things get really bloody, and Milk beats the dick guy with his dick. It's just so cringe. Yeah. And then A-Train gets everyone out. Starlight gets Frenchie out, which she wanted to stay with Frenchie and stuff first before I guess her boyfriend. And he's just like, wow, why didn't you say me first? And had like a little issue with each other going into episode 2 after that. And then Kimiko and Frenchie are just happy, I guess, even though Kimiko, like, half of her body got lasered by Homelander, but she can just heal fast anyway. She's basically X-24. Well, X-23, sorry. Oh my god. But yeah, and then A-Train, he tries to outrun Homelander, but he keeps up with him, and then there's literally a girl that is kind of like similar to like his old girlfriend from season 1, to kind of do a full circle moment where this all started with A-Train killing Huey's girlfriend, and now it's going to end his story with him nearly killing another girl that looks like Huey's girlfriend, but he's able to dodge it this time. But then that ends up making him trip, and then Homelander basically just finishes him off. But at that point, A-Train's not scared of him being killed by him. He's just happy that he finally faced him and got to be a true hero. And he dies. Like Homelander snaps his neck, and this actually hurts Homelander that he had to kill him. So yeah, that was surprising. They actually had emotion from that, and then going into the next episode, he has to do something that he also didn't want to do too. So yeah, if Homelander wants to win, he's gonna have to do things he really does not want to do. Yeah, because A-Train, he felt like he could relate to him a lot more than everyone else, because he just felt everyone else was just idiots and stuff. And A-Train was the one he thought he could always trust. And at this point, he's just slowly getting rid of everyone that was close to him, and he's just not realizing that. Why am I losing everyone? And he's not realizing that he's the actual problem this whole time, this whole show. And it'd be cool if by the time we get to the end of the season, he realizes in his final moments, wait, I was the problem. Just imagine. That'd be cool. But yeah, that's all I've got to say for the first episode. I guess we'll do the other episodes separate. Good to have the show back one last time. I guess we'll have probably another season of Gen V, but they're probably going to fit the Gen V characters in somehow with this final season, with, you know, one of them being like a god soup. And when it comes to god soups, I'll talk about that more in like episode 2, with something that happens with another god soup who returns, which you know who I mean. But yeah, other than that, sure you can leave a like. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.